Woo! What's up, my pilots? Angryponcho here. We're back playing Crash Team Racing. We, in this episode, are going to go into area number 3, and the first level is Blizzard Bluff. If you haven't already guessed, this is the snow area. I think I actually mentioned it last time, but now you can see for yourself. It is what I said it is. It be what it be, but I don't know what do, yo. Blizzard Bluff. So the gimmick here is you got icy patches that slip sliding around, you know, slip sliding away, and the AI do get better. They get to the point where they're actually making power slides of their own around the corners and things like that. So you really got to be on your A game. You can't get squished by any rocks rolling around. You just got to roll right past that kind of stuff. Don't let those rocks get to you. Oh man, there it goes. Meh, meh, meh. Evil tiger. Oh, I'm blowing my power slides there. I had opportunity for 3 and I missed all 3. Not a very long track either, so gotta stay on your toes here. Trying to pass this guy by going over his head. What's his name? Cortex? What a dork. He's the villain, if you don't know, in typical Crash games. So it's kind of fun to beat him in this game. It's just, you know. It'd be like beating Ganondorf if you were at a racing game with Zelda in it, you know. Then I guess I would be the cliche right now. I'd be racing as Link, like everybody would be, right? The reason that, some of you are probably wondering, the reason I chose Crash, which I don't know if I really explained. When I normally play through, I play as Dingodile. But the reason I chose Crash for this run is so that you guys would get to meet Aku Aku, who is the mask for the good characters. And he's the one that's getting us all the tutorials and such. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. He's only there for the good characters. The bad characters have their own mask, Uka Uka. Yes, I'm not kidding. The good one is named Aku Aku, and the bad one is named Uka Uka. And Uka Uka is not as iconic. You don't see him as much in the games. He's sort of the counterpart. Every character in this game has a counterpart, if you haven't already figured that out. They're not necessarily good or versus bad always, but at least in racing games they have ups and downs. You have sort of your yin into your yang, and that's what Uka Uka and Aku Aku are. But like I say, Uka Uka isn't as iconic. You wouldn't recognize him if you saw him on the box. But Aku Aku you do, so I had to choose a good character. And which means I was choosing either one of these 3 guys on the pedestals here. Those 2 guys, the animals are really slow. Well, the animals that aren't bandicoots are really slow.
Congratulations, you win a trophy.
And then Coco's cart is just crummy. High acceleration does not do a whole lot for you in this game. So here's the 3rd boss, Komodo Joe. Oh, I remember his level. Jeez, that's a difficult boss right there. There's all kinds of stuff that gets in your way. Dragon Mines, this is it. This is Komodo Joe's level. I could not remember this guy's name. I was trying to recall what he was. I couldn't, because I had an image in my head, but I mean, I knew that he existed, and I knew that the 3rd boss was a character I couldn't remember. So I was trying to picture the 3rd boss in my head, and I came up with like a snake character. I couldn't picture him accurately. I couldn't remember what he looked like or what his gimmick was. But now that I see that garage door, I remember Komodo Joe. Oh man, he gives you a hell of a time. Oh, mine carts! Watch out for those things. Oh, I got the clock. I feel like a troll. Just pass everybody. Hey, you guys can't be passing me when I got the clock. Oh, you... Oh. Mine carts, dude. What is this, Minecraft? So you can actually drive right across this stuff. It's, only a little bit slower than the actual track, so make your own decisions. Really want to get 10 Wumpa Fruit. It does help to have that higher max speed.
Coming through.
I think that basically levels off the playing field in terms of speed in this game is the Wumpa Fruit. Everybody's got the same number, then oh, don't be right next to me when you blow up now, Coco. It will actually hit you even if someone else is the one who has the cart on their head. I barely missed that potion. That was close. Great. Not the best item to get when you're in second place, but it works. Alright. Let's see if I can hang on to my lead for this final lap. Let's see if I can successfully do even a single power slide. Wow, that was bad. It's hard for me to keep an eye on the game and that bar in the corner sometimes, so I had to just go by timing. Sometimes my timing is not quite right. I think there's actually a way you can cheat in this level. I forget what exactly you have to do, like drive on the minecart tracks or something. There's something ridiculous like that, but you'd come out behind that last cave exit we just came out of. And it is a really good shortcut if I remember correctly. I forget what you actually have to do to get up there. I won't be able to show it to you right now though, because the level's going to get locked up now that we've beaten it. And it won't unlock until we finish the boss. I think I'm getting the weirdest sense of deja vu. Very strange. About levels locking up and you can't go back to them until you beat their boss. What other game does that? Maybe I'm just thinking of this game. I don't know.
Congratulations. You win a trophy.
Alright! Looks like the next level's behind us. Let's see what it is. Oh, this is the load save screen. That's what happens if you power slide for too long. Polar Pass. This is, of course, the polar bear's home level. I think his name might be Polar. I'm not sure. They are lovable little animals. I think they're actually Coco and Crash's pets. Oh, I heard a weird sound. I'm like, what is that noise? It's not like someone talking in my apartment. It's these seals. I was hearing the seal barking. Or do they bark or do they arf? I don't even know what you would call the sound a seal makes. But this is, of course, Polar's level. So you have a high premium on being able to take turns well. Which, of course, is... Oh, seals. Better watch out, seals. I might go clubbing tonight. This is a fun part, too. Coming across the triple jumps here. And you have to make this turn tight enough that you can come around. Oh, you bastard polar bear. Man, I took the TNT crate off my head. Look at that. Is this the first one that I've had hit me on video? I think it is. Good news is, the TNT crates do not... Oh, if you're quick, you can get over that wall right there. I need to try and do that for you guys. Show that off. I'm sure it'll happen at some point. I think in the time trial, you actually have to make that jump to get the platinum relic. So I never did answer my own question in the other video, which is there a platinum... Oh, I messed that up big time. Jumped too soon. I forgot there was another ramp coming up. Man. So there are platinum relics in this game. That was only one lap. Jesus, this is a long track. This is the first long track in the game. It looks like a minute for a lap. It's twice as long as the others. No! Haha! You got him, but I got you. Yes, so anyway, there are platinum relics, and you have to be extremely good to get a platinum relic. You have to get, in most cases I'd say, all the time crates. This is probably the one area in the game where you can't power slide. This narrow bridge out here. Although I'm sure somebody could do it. Yeah, to get those platinum relics, you basically have to get all the time crates, as well as... Look at that! Made the jump. Nice. Did that say hidden area? I think the words hidden area popped up on the screen for a split second. That's cool. I like when the game rewards you for finding a hidden area by going, you did it! Oh my god, it's a hidden area! Yeah, just don't jump on this one. Wait for this jump. There we go. If you do that wrong, you can actually turn too hard and go right off the track. There's a warning. So that's what I was saying. Those platinum relics are really hard. You have to get all the boxes as well as running a really good race. And that's no easy thing for some of these tracks. They put the boxes in all kinds of places. Just all over the place. Out of the way, to be quite frank. Oh, come on. You seals! I have a hard time with those obstacles that go back and forth on the track because I'm not flexible enough. I'm not willing to give up my lane of how I want to take the turn to avoid the obstacles, so more often than not I just get hit. Just whatever. It doesn't set you back that much. Not as bad as stopping and turning and going around the wood, so keep that in mind. Let's see if I can make this jump again. Yeah. Wrong way. Oh no, it said wrong way because it was getting confused as to whether or not I was going in the right direction on the track. Because I was above it. That's hilarious. So I guess it didn't say secret area, it said wrong way last time. Makes sense. Most games don't let you know when you found a secret area. They want you to wonder. Ooh! That wasn't too bad. I like that track. That was fun. That's that one area with the multiple boosted jumps that are just pretty sweet. That's a lot of fun to drive over. I am rolling through this area. I'm getting a new race every few minutes. It's only been 11 minutes and I've already beaten 3 of them. I guess I've been doing pretty well so far. I haven't had to redo any track except for took 2 tries to get Papu Pop and that's it. Okay, let's go into the igloo over here and get the 4th track for this area. Tiny's Arena, yeah. I always thought it was weird that this was in the ice area, but oh, can I get in there, please? It's like trying to swim in Banjo-Kazooie. It's going in circles around what you're trying to grab. Oh man, turning radius. That should be a statistic on these. I guess you do the turning stat, but I don't know what that even really translates to. It's just weird for me to play this game as anybody other than Dingo Dial, because he was just my go-to as a kid. I always thought he was a cool boss in the Crash games, and just wanted to play as him. This level kind of blows. There's a lot of mud. It's just lame, honestly. It slows you down constantly. And you have to hit the jumps in just the right way to avoid landing in the mud. That's basically what the track comes down to, is don't land in the mud. Oh, you... I'm about to start swearing at my sister over here. There we go, I got myself an item. And also it's a very windy track, which is I find very strange considering Tiny the Tiger is like the worst, one of the worst turning cars in the entire game. Him and Dingo Dial are the high-speed, low-turning karts. And it just amazes me that his track is this curvy. Let me get that crate right there. Yeah! Oh man, he almost hit Coco with that bomb. That would have been a long shot. Good work, though. Yeah, see what I mean? You can... Oh, rockets. You can throw potions in front of you and direct them a little bit, and the pack is all really bunched up around me. I get hit by one item, I go from 2nd to 6th. Gotcha. Yeah, so here you gotta hit these jumps to try and avoid, you know, unnecessary annoyances. Oh, I think I blew up that bomb too early. Would have hit it if I'd let it keep going. Gotcha. I'll take that. Oh, I missed the item box in front of him.
Here you go.
Where's... Okay, I was like, who's in front of me? I can't see them on the radar. It's Coco. There we go, I got the Wumpa fruit. Oh, rockets again! I'm gonna go back to 6th place, aren't I? Only 4th, okay. The pack is spreading out a little bit more, it seems. Oh, I went over the item! I don't want that. I'm gonna come across the track and get this one. This is only the 2nd lap. It feels like it's already the 3rd because it's such a long race. Got Coco. Nice. You want to go for whoever's in front. Just knock them down. They're probably up there for a reason. But yeah, so it's weird for me to play this game as anybody other than Dingo Dial. What just happened there? I lost all my speed. Oh, here comes NGO, or Neo Cortex. Neo Geo Pocket over here. There we go, that's a good turn to try and get your 3 boosts on. Oh, you got me with the bombs, really? Right to the mud. Oh, the mud. The mud is just an annoying thing in this level. I don't like obstacles that slow you down. I don't like frost mages. You know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna save this boost until there's a good use time to use it, like right now. There we go. Just blow by these jokers. Speaking of jokers, I played Batman Arkham Asylum for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I was actually really bored with it. I didn't think it was a very good game. I couldn't believe it won Game of the Year. I had no fun playing it. It was strange. Maybe I came at it with the wrong attitude, but it didn't entertain me. It didn't engage me. It didn't make sense. I guess, I don't know. well, for one thing, it was really easy. I was playing on the mid-tier difficulty. I forget what they were called, but I was playing on the mid-tier difficulty, and it was like, every time I get into a fight with something, if it's general little peon dudes, just the pawns, the usual, you don't even have a name tag, why don't you just lie down kind of pawns, it seems like all I had to do was just punch each guy twice, and just cycle around. I should have seen that bomb coming. Punch each guy twice, just cycle around the group, giving each guy a combo. Just 1-2 punch. And then, oh, it went over there and got Coco for me too, thanks. 1-2 punch on one guy, go to the next. 1-2 punch on him, 1-2 punch on the third guy, and just keep looping around. None of them would recover fast enough to do any damage to me. And they would all, oh, I'm in second place here. I don't like that. None of them would recover fast enough to do any damage to me, and they'd all stay stunned long enough I could just stun lock a group of 4 or 5 at a time. It was ridiculous. There was no challenge at all. And then the bosses, it was this standard procedure of they run at you, you get out of the way, you punch them a couple times, rinse, 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 repeat. You know, just exactly like that over and over until they died. So I was kind of disappointed with it. That and the whole sleuthing aspect was, I mean, it was interesting. It was probably the most innovative part of the game. It was kind of neat to turn on detective mode and see everybody's heart rate and look around. But I mean, following the scents and the clues and stuff and trying to find the little Riddler hints, that wasn't that exciting. And the plot had no direction. There were several points in the game where I would leave the room, I just finished doing something, I'd go into the next room, I'd be walking down a hallway, going into another area, and I would have no idea like what my motivation was. Like, where am I going? Why am I going this way? What am I looking for? What's my goal? I just lost direction several times.
So, you've beaten all the other racers on these tracks. Well, now you'll see why I'm the most feared driver on the circuit. I'll earn the right to face Oxide by crushing you into brick dust. Let's race.
Komodo Joe! Next time on Let's Play Crash Bandicoot Racing. Rather, Crash Team. I almost said Crash Bandicoot Warped. Crash Team Racing. Thanks for watching. See you guys then.